What's up, YouTube? Not any real just how-to videos in a while. I'm going to try a new technique here. I've got a set of 4 RC 4-wheel drive 1.9 vintage cruiser stamped steel wheels. Now these have a really cool artillery style look that is kind of like a 40s or 50s steel wheel. I picked these up just because of the look. Now they are beadlocks. I'm planning on using them on a RatRod. I don't know what yet, but I want to go ahead and play with some weathering techniques. And I don't want to do anything super serious with these. So I'm going to have these awesome wheel nuts that go with them. Take those and put them aside. Silica gel. Let me get you a closer look at them before we start. I'm having a hard time getting them to show up on camera because they're so dark. Got 5 lug, and it's just a stamped wheel with holes drilled, and it's kind of a cool RatRod look. You see a lot of them on RatRods. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to rust them or do anything. I just want to make them look old. I want to make them look like they're originally black, but they've just sat around forever. And I did some experimenting before here with these wheels. These are just some stock RC 4-wheel drive wagon wheels, and they are originally black. And I just went over them with a wash, and I got mixed results. I did the back 2 a long time ago. I did the front ones more recently, and kind of get a feel for how the stuff works. So I'm going to give it a shot on these. I've got several different shades of washes here. These are, I believe, Vallejo. Yeah, Vallejo product. We've got sepia shade, black wash, and umber shade. So I'm probably going to go with more of the browns because I don't think the black will do anything much other than fade it, dull it down. I've had these for a while. I'm not sure. There's a lot in that one. I'm guessing this is the one I used on the other wheels. I think this one's a little bit lighter. It may be too bright for what we're doing. It's going to take some time to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the beadlocks apart and put the bolts and stuff aside, because this stuff takes forever to dry, especially when you put it on thick like I'm planning. So this is going to be a multi-day filming event. Start taking these apart. It's a very different design. So we've got a 12mm hex, but it's not solid like we're used to, and that screws on the back over the center of the wheel with 5 screws. Then the lug nuts are there separate with 5 screws and nuts on the outside. So twice the amount of hardware. But sure, you can even get that to come out on camera. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be extra work, but oh well. Looks like the inside of the back's just smooth. I'm going to take it all the way apart. We'll see what we got. Alright, so these are a very different design. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces per wheel. Now underneath the front side, I have a very nice looking just steel plain Jane wheel. It was very much like the set of 22s I've got to put on my one of my daily drivers. I like the look a lot. And on the inside, it's smooth as well, but it's really, really deep. Now I've got one of these slicks out. That might be a very cool look for a drag car. I can't remember, these wheels were like 60 or 70 bucks. I hate to not use this part. The main reason I got them is because I like that look. So basically what you're doing is you're bolting this to that piece with that, and then you bolt your hex on the back to hold all the pieces together. So it's a complicated design. So I guess I'm just going to start here with the center section and try out my washes on that. Alright guys, so I did not have another pair of the 1.9 dirt grabbers. I thought I did. Once we put it back together, I did not put the beadlock ring in the front. These are the semi-truck wheels. They're a very hard compound, and I've not had any issues with them slipping on the wheel, because it's a 1.7 wheel tire and a 1.9 wheel, so they hold pretty well. It's just the steering, the front or the rear axle, I do set the beadlock with because it's a larger tire, and those dirt grabbers are a bit softer, and it works better with the beadlock. The hard rubber tires, they just don't compress enough to fit in the beadlock and hold. End up getting bulges and stuff on them. Not saying it can't be done, but it's just a pain, and it's really unnecessary. So these things aren't race cars, or they're not super high speed. It's just more of a look. These 1.7 super wide semi tires I got are different than previous ones I have. They have a different tread and seem a little bit more square, as before they were kind of rounded. Those are used, and I'm comparing it to the old ones. But yeah, I love the way the wheel looks. I'm half tempted to put them on the farm truck. Something about the dark wheel really changes the look of it, as opposed to the G-made wheels I've got. They're a little bit bright, a little bit rusty. I think that's a more subtle look, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I like the black hub, the center. That's a neat touch. Probably would have to put some Loctite on that if I was going to leave it on there. I just put it on here to mock it up. But it's exactly the look I was going for. Super simple. And it didn't take nearly as long to dry as I thought. I think before I didn't shake it up well enough. That's why it was so runny and took forever to dry. You can get it out of there, and it's almost kind of a gelatin, kind of a goo, slimy, and spread it out on the surface you want to look old. And it dried with a fan in here about an hour. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna put those on or anything yet. I just thought it would be a good look for the RatRods. It's a nice tire with a lot of options. I think we could come up with some creative ways on the inside to make it fit these semi-truck axles without the 12mm hex, but that's not for right now. I did want to do a couple more mock-ups here and see what it looked like. Just seeing what it looks like with everything. Yeah, I don't know how well those work for back tires. They're just not quite big enough for me. And that causes a problem because the front tires need to be just a little shorter. I tried to use, I don't know where I've put them. I tried to use 1.7, just the standard semi tires. They're a hair shorter than the super wides and a little bit narrower. But your wheel options are so limited because they are so much narrower. We're trying to find a way to adapt find a wheel that you can adapt to work. Like those G-made wheels, you can take 2 sets or 4 of them and put the front outside section on the inside and the outside, and that'll allow it to clamp around that narrow. But it doesn't hold the tire very well at all. But again, those are a more firm tire. So, I don't know, just playing with stuff. But again, these were Vallejo wash products. Not sponsored or anything. I've had those for a while. I figured I would try to find a way to use them. And pretty happy with the results. With the better brush, another thing I did wrong is that it was a very firm, very hard bristled brush. I needed something a little bit softer to help spread it more evenly. It took a while, but I did end up getting it all over and getting, all the surface area covered. But it would have been a lot quicker with a better brush, a finer tip. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the idea. Maybe y'all can do some cool stuff with some simple products like that. Make some neat effects. But see y'all guys in the next video. Keep it scale.